Hello. Hopefully by this point you've watched the introductory videos that tell you how to use this coursework and the introduction to the textbook as well. So now we're going to begin the information for the first section. That's actually fairly long, so I actually broke this down into two different parts. So we'll do the first part obviously now, and there's a couple assignments that go with it, and then you can watch the second half of this. I just recorded as a different segments further down the course page, and you can do that at a later date basically. All right, so hopefully you have the document printed out in front of you. It should look like PowerPoint slides. It's got some key terms that are missing, and that's really what you're going to fill in with this. So chapter one introduction deals with what exactly is science. Usually most science courses start with this question, so that's what we're going to tackle then. All right, so here is our official definition then. We can talk about science all we want. We can do some experiments. We can look at examples, but here is what you need to write down as far as the definition. So science is a process that uses observation and investigation to gain knowledge about nature. That's a very general description, but it really sums up everything that we're going to be doing this year. I always tell my kids for the school year, though, really good scientists, what they do is they ask questions. So I do encourage you to ask questions. You can certainly email me at any point to ask questions. Always use my school email, the bzundel@norwinsd.org. That's the best way for me to get back to. Normally I can get back to you the same day, if not the beginning of the next day then. All right, so there are a couple major categories of science, and only a few of them we're going to tackle this year. Biology is a study of life and living organisms. So in a coursework like that, that's where you would study cells, cell organelles, heredity, evolution, plants and animal kingdoms, things of that nature. We're really going to stay away from biology this year. This isn't really part of this particular course. Second thing, though, is chemistry. Chemistry is the study of the properties and composition of matter. We're definitely going to deal with chemistry. That's one of the first major units that we're going to get into in another couple weeks here. So when we talk about atoms at the atomic level, the protons, neutrons, electrons, we can talk about composition of matter, chemical formulas, why matter combines, chemical reactions, chemical and physical properties. Those are all different type topics that we're going to deal with in chemistry then. Physics is something we'll get to after the Christmas break. Physics is a study of forces in motion and their effect on matter. So yeah, we're going to look at Newton's laws of force and motion. We're going to look at how and why things move. We're going to look at the energy, potential and kinetic energy. We're going to look at energy transfer from one type of energy to another. Those are all different types of physics topics. And the final thing we're going to deal with this year, probably more than half the year, we're going to be spending on earth science topics, study of Earth and the processes that shape and form it. Now, because we're going to be spending more time with earth science, we're actually going to break that down into a couple of sub-branches then. So here's basically the sub-branches of earth science we'll be dealing with. First one on this list is astronomy, although that's really what we're going to end the year with. So when we get to April, May topics, those will be astronomy topics. So the study of objects in space and the relationship to Earth. So we're going to deal with actually the space race, the beginning of the space race, sending satellites and space probes into orbit, NASA, the beginning of NASA. Then we'll move into our solar system, the sun, and obviously the 8 planets and all the other things that make it up. And then we will kind of end with going beyond our own solar system into the outer reaches of space to deal with topics that are beyond Earth's solar system. So looking at stars and galaxies and things of that nature. Meteorology is a topic actually we'll get to pretty much right after Christmas break. Meteorology is the study of processes that cause weather. So we're going to look at Earth's atmosphere, what makes it up. We're going to look at weather phenomena, obviously the severe weather systems like hurricanes, tornadoes, things of that nature. We're going to look at the different types of fronts, different cloud types, precipitation types, things of that nature. And a big chunk of the year following the chemistry unit, we're going to be dealing with all the different geology units, study the processes that shape and change the Earth's surface. So in geology, we're going to deal with topics like minerals and the rock families, the rock groups. We'll go on to the more dynamic features of the Earth like plate tectonics, earthquakes, volcanoes, mountain building, erosional forces, things of that nature that deal with geology topics then. All right, another big part of this first section then I'm actually going to break it down into a different week, is the study of technology. Here's the official definition. Technology is the use or application of science to help people. I mean, you are a cyber student, so you are using technology in a way that my regular classroom students definitely are not using. Hopefully you have a lot of success with technology. Sometimes technology can be intimidating, but it's definitely there to make our lives easier. And for you guys, it's your way of getting the educational process in a different way, basically. All right, so that's it for the first section. That's good enough. You can actually do the couple of assignments that go along with this. And then, I mean, there is more to this. You could kind of scroll ahead if you wanted to, but I actually am going to record it under a different one, and you can take a look at it at a different time.